Okay, so hello people, so today we'll be solving LeetCode daily question 1657, that is determine if two strings are close. And in this, the two strings are considered close if we can attain one string from the another with using these following operations. That is, first operation is we can swap any two existing characters, for example, A, B, C, D, E and A, E, C, D, B. And for example, we are given these two strings, so we can easily derive A, E, C, D, B from A, B, C, D by just swapping B and E. Okay, and in the second operation that is mentioned is that we have to transform every occurrence of one existing character into another existing character and do the same with the other character. Okay, so for example, if we are having A C A B B, so we can easily derive this string by B B C B A. We can turn all A's into B's and all B's into A's. Note that we have to swap, we cannot add any other character to the string or something like that. Okay, so what we have to do in any of the strings, like let's say A B C and the other string is C D B, yeah, so these strings can't be made up close, so that's why we'll return false in this. So we'll be returning false in this case because we can't add a new character into any other string. Okay, so we are having two words A, B, C and B, C, A, so it will return true because we can attain the two word two from word one by just swapping. Let's say we are swapping B and C, and then we are swapping uh, okay, let's say first we are swapping A and C, then we are just interchanging the positions of B and C. Okay, so in that way the word 2 can be attained. But in the second example, we are having word 1 equal to A and word 2 is having 2A, so there is no way we can form string 2 from string 1 because we cannot add a new character into the any of the strings. Okay, so the intuition behind the problem is that we have to check that the total number of frequency should be same basically. Like for example, if we are having if we have to swap A one time, let me just give you a good example. uh, just a second. Yeah, let's say what we can notice that if we are having this string A B C C and we have to form it in the form of A B C. Okay, so we need to keep track that in the resulting string, like in this case we are having A once and we are making it two A's in the other string, so it's possible we can just swap one C, we can just convert one C into A and then it will be possible. So what I'm trying to explain is that we can do A. We need to keep track that the characters which will be changing should have the equal number of count. Like let's say in this we are having count for A is 1 and count for C is 2 in this string. Okay, but in the resulting string we are having count of A to be 2 and C to be 1, so we are just interchanging these two characters, so their count should be same. Basically the characters which we are changing, their count in both the strings should be same. Okay, so let's have two frequencies array, let's call it frec1, that will be equal to new int of size 26. Similarly, let's have a frequency 2 array for the string 2 of size 26. Okay, so now let's traverse in all. Okay, so first let's set a base condition that if the two strings length of two strings is not equal, so we have to directly return false. If word 1 dot length not equal to word 2 dot length, we have to return false. Okay, then let's start iterating over the strings I and I equal to 0, I less than word 1 dot length, I plus plus. Okay, so now let's update the frequencies array. 1 s is word 1 dot char at I minus a plus plus, and then similarly for frequency 2 word 2 dot char at I minus a. Okay, so by now we have updated the frequencies array. Okay, so now we have to check that if we are having some other character which is not present in one of the string, like for example in the case of A, B, C, and if we have to form C, D, B from it, we cannot do because we are not having D in this string which we can replace with some other character. Okay, so in this case we have to return false. uh, okay, so now let's check that for int I equal to 0, I less than 26, I plus plus, and here what we'll be doing, we'll be checking that if, let's say, frec1 I is not equal to 0, means we are having that particular character in the string 1 or word 1, but in the string 2 that character is absent. Frec2 I is equal to 0. Okay, so we need to add the opposite condition to, like, for example, we are having a character in frequency 2 but not in frequency 1, or frequency 1 I is equal to 0 and frequency 2 frequency 2 I is not equal to 0. Okay, so in this case we have to return false. So after that we just have to check that if the total frequencies in both the arrays equal. So now let's just sort the array. Arrays dot sort frec1. Similarly, arrays dot okay, arrays dot sort frec2. Okay, so now let me just first print to show you that how these arrays will look like. Print and frec okay, arrays dot to string frec1 plus, let's have a new line, plus frec2, and now we have to return that if both arrays are equal, arrays dot equals frec1 comma frec2. Okay, so now let me just firstly display you that how these arrays will look like after sorting. Okay, so here we are having output that states that in this this is, I guess, yeah, the first test case. So the count of each of these characters was same, so that's why this is accepting it. If we see for the other character, it would return false because these both are not equal. Because okay, here the length condition met, and in this case, what we are having, yeah, after sorting, we are having frequencies of A to be 1, B to be 2, and C to be 3 in both the cases. So that's why it is possible that we can form a string. We can form a word 2 from word 1. Okay, so now let's submit it. And it works perfectly fine. Okay, so this was it for today. Thank you for watching.